Cookie Swirl?
See? Ooh, the Shopkins Fashion Boutique. Wait, why are there so many green Shopkins here? Oh, I know. Plus, we've got this custom Gemma Stone. Ooh, even in red too, this Heartstone. I know what we're doing today. We're gonna be customizing our very own, another one of these Gemma Stone inspired diamonds. You cookie fans went absolutely crazy and really loved whenever I customized this beautiful, beautiful red Gemma Stone for Valentine's Day. Well, now that we have St. Patrick's Day around the corner, let's create a super duper lucky green Gemma Stone. Matter of fact, why don't we call her, instead of Gemma Stone, we call her Sham-Rock. Ooh, what do you think about that name? All right, so to get started, I am going to be using this plastic diamond right here. That's all green, like the perfect green for St. Patrick's Day.
It's like a lucky stone.
So the first thing that we're gonna do to create Gemma Stone or Sham-Rock's eyes, so I'm gonna turn on my glue gun. Now, of course, for my younger cookie fans, always have your parents help you with any craft project, especially using a glue gun. I don't want you to hurt yourself. Safety first! So while I'm waiting for my glue gun to heat up, I'm gonna take some of my air dry clay, pinch out a little bit for Gemma Stone's feet, and roll it into a ball. So here's my Gemma Stone feet. So I'm gonna take these two pieces just like this, flatten them down a little bit, smush them together, and take our little Gemma Stone and smush her right on top of it there to kind of create our little Gemma Stone shape. Perfect. All right, it looks like the glue gun is all heated up. You can see this little tiny little bead of glue right here. To create Gemma's eyes, I'm just going to take a little sheet of wax paper. So I've got some wax paper here, and I'm going to let this glue just create a little tiny eye droplet. Whoop, like that. Maybe not the first one because it was the first, you know. So I'm gonna make a couple of these little beaded drops of glue, just like that. Woo, look how sticky it gets. That's okay. Another little drop here. I like to have lots of options for creating her eye. Guess you can never have too many. Woo! That one did like a curly. So now I'm gonna wait for all of these little Gemma Stone eyes to dry and wait for her feet to dry. All right, it looks like all of these eyes are all dried now. So now I'm going to pick which ones I want to be my green Gemma Stone's eyes. And I just am gonna pick them. I think I like this one. Whoop, peel it off the wax paper. And I like this one. Whoop, perfect. And I'll just peel back the paper that's on it. No problem. I'm gonna glue them on with some White Elmer's glue. And I'm gonna squeeze on just a little bit of some of this white glue. And then I'm just going to place them on right where I want them to be. There's one of them. And next, little bit of glue. Whoop, there we go. And I'll just kind of move them around right where I want them to be. There we go. I'm just gonna let her eyes dry. And now I'm just gonna take some black acrylic paint and paint in these eyes completely black.
La 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 da 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 da. Do do do.
All the way around. All right, now I'm gonna let the eyes dry. Woo! Totally looks like an alien though. Okay, perfect. Her eyes are all dry. Now I'm gonna take some white acrylic paint. Give it a good shake. I'm going to paint the white in our Gemma Stone's eye. Take a little bit of some paint like that. There we go. Okay, let that dry. Now for painting her eye color, I think she would look awesome with gold eyes. So I've got this metallic pure gold. It's kind of cool because it actually has a little diamond on top. So I'm gonna take her and I am very, very carefully gonna just go around and paint this gold on her eye.
La la la.
Looking pretty good. So now I'm gonna let that dry.
Ooh, golden eyes.
All right, now I'm gonna take my black and her eyes are looking really good. And I'm gonna go back in and I'm going to now add some black in here to kind of actually create her eyes now.
Do do do. Do 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 do.
There we go. And I'm also gonna paint on teeny tiny little eyelashes. Little tiny eyelash right here. And here. And little tiny eyebrows. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of some white and just doot right on the eyes. Right here, doot. And this one. There we go. Now I'm gonna take a touch of this granite gray color, and just like this Gemma Stone, just add a teeny tiny little extra shiny dot. Take a little toothpick, and right underneath, doot, just like that. There we go. Okay, so Gemma Stone's eyes look really good. So now we're just gonna finish the feet. So I'm gonna paint again with my gold paint, just like with her eyes. I'm gonna use a toothpick to help hold it down, and I'm just going to paint it gold. She's gonna have golden feet. Make sure to paint the inside. Okay, so now we have her little feet all painted in gold. They look like kind of like little gold nuggets or something. So I've got some Elmer's white glue. Put it right in the middle.
Looks like golden nuggets.
And I'm going to squish them together like that. A little bit of some glue right here in the middle. And I'm just going to attach her. There we go. All right, she is looking so good. Now we're gonna create her arms. So Gemma Stone has like these little arm fluffies onto her arms. So to create those, we're gonna recycle one of these Shopkins Season 4 5-packs right here. So I'm just gonna use a tiny little snip of some of this plastic. It's always good to recycle. And cut a little piece of plastic, and I'm gonna cut out 2 little circlies that are gonna be her little arm fluffies. All right, so now I have my teeny tiny little plastic cutouts. I'm gonna take my hot glue gun, and using a toothpick to help me, I'm gonna take my glue gun and I am just going to cover these with glue. Whoop, just like that. Ah! It's attached.
A little bit of glue.
Okay, now that these little arm fluffy pieces have completely cooled down, I'm gonna take some of this Sun Bright Yellow acrylic paint, put a little bit on my paintbrush and really water it down. I'm gonna use a toothpick to kind of hold it, and I'm just going to paint my little arm fluffy like that. Perfect. Now I'm gonna take my tiny little arm fluffies here, and I'm just gonna add on some glue right on. Ah! There we go, and glue them on the side of her. All right, perfect. Now I'm just gonna let those dry. All right, so she's looking really good. So now we've got her little fluffies glued on. So now I'm gonna take some clear nail polish, add a coat of gloss on each one of her little fluffies. There we go, right on that fluffy. And I'm going to coat her feet as well so they have this super glossy shine to them. All right, now it's time to actually give her her hands. So just like this Gemma Stone, I'm gonna be using my glue gun. I'm going to be pressing on my glue stick just like this. So I'm gonna press, but I'm also gonna pull up at the same time and then stop and release and slowly keep on pulling up. And this will create her little arm, just like that. And it's slowly cooling as I'm pulling it further and further away. Now, we're actually gonna do this on Gemma Stone. So we're gonna take her here and I'm going to press right on, press. And now I'm gonna start pulling away. She's gonna have super duper long arms for now. Okay, there's one. And take her on the other side. And I'm gonna press. Create my glue blob and slowly release. There we go. And there's her other arm. Now she has these super weird, long looking arms. But once they cool, I'm just going to snip like that. Whoop, and just trim them down to the perfect length. Now that she has her arms, I'm gonna take some glass paint, just like this. It's a little bit translucent. And I'm gonna take the green, and I'm gonna take just a tiny bit of it and paint just the tips of her arms to kind of give them like a glassy look, or I guess more of a green diamond look. Perfect, and then let those dry. Now it's time for us to create her crown. So again, I'm gonna take some of my Shopkins packaging here, so I'm recycling it. Cut some of this plastic. Whoop. And I'm going to cut the points of her crown. So I'm just gonna make little tiny point marks here, just like that. Kind of like little triangles. There we go. Ooh, they're tiny. Ooh. Okay, so now we have all of our little triangle pieces. I'm gonna get out my air dry clay, and I'm gonna take a little tiny little pinch here. It's gonna be for her crown. There we go, should be good enough. Roll it into a little ball. And I'm kind of gonna shape it to her head, kind of create the shape that I kind of like here. I think that's pretty good. That'll make a pretty nice little crown on top of her. Now I'm gonna take my little triangle pieces and I'm gonna cut them down so they're a little bit smaller. And I'm going to take these little pieces now and I'm going to push them into my clay.
Push pieces into the clay.
There we go. So I've got all of my little plastic pieces inside of my clay. Now it's time to just let it dry. Okay, now that the clay is all hardened, I'm going to take some of my school glue and I'm going to glue in any of these pieces that are loose. Just add a little bit of glue to them. Whoop, and stick them right back on in. Okay, now that everything is glued down on her crown, I'm going to take my hot glue gun, add a little bit of some glue on each one. Ooh, gets super duper stringy. All right, and let that kind of dry. After it dries, I'm just gonna clip off the little extra strings. Then I'm gonna add these tiny little tippies onto each one very carefully, one by one. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ah, it's too long. So kind of press the glue on and then hold it and then slowly just circle it away. There we go. Now I'm going to take some more of my gold paint and I am going to gold paint my crown. Don't forget the middle. All right, now we are going to glue her crown on her. Take a little bit of some glue. Glue. Place it right on, just like that. Perfect. Now let's create her necklace. So all I'm going to do is take my air dry clay, take a little bit here, and I am going to roll these pieces into teeny weeny tiny pearls. So just take a whole bunch of them and just roll them on up. Now I'm just gonna let all of these air dry. All right, now that her pearls are all dried, we're just gonna glue them. We're just gonna glue them right on her. So I'm gonna take my school glue and I am going to place a little bit of glue exactly where I want her necklace to be, just like that. And I'm just gonna take my tiny little pearls and put them right on.
Little tiny pearls.
And you can always use a toothpick to kind of help move around some of the pearls, however you like them to go. And there we go, we'll just let them dry. All right, she's looking good. Now we just have to color in her little beads. So I think it would be fun to mix up a little bit of some gold with a little bit of the Sunbright yellow color. So we'll take a little dab of yellow, mix it in. A little bit of some gold in here, kind of create a goldeny kind of color, kind of a goldeny yellow. And then I'm going to take my color and I'm going to carefully paint it on my beads.
La la la, la la la.
Just gonna look so goldeny cute. So now we are gonna seal everything in with a little bit of some Mod Podge sealer. Put a little bit on my brush, and I'm going to paint her necklace, kind of seal in that color. And I'm gonna seal in her eyes and the eyelashes and eyebrows. And her crown, I'm gonna seal in with some clear nail polish. Now, just for a little bit of some extra fun, I'm gonna add some glitter into those pearls. So I actually have some glitter nail polish that I'm gonna be using. This is Gold Rush. And I'm gonna take this Shopkins and I am going to paint around each of these little pearls just like that, just for a super fun little shimmery touch.
Super duper sparkly.
Now the last thing I'm gonna do is seal in this glitter with a little bit more of some clear nail polish.
La 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 la.
We'll seal all of that glitter in forever and ever and ever. And maybe a little bit of some gloss on her eyes. Yee, there we go. So here we are inside of the Small Mart. So let's see the brand new Shopkins ready to get rung up. Here we go. Here she comes. Oh, absolutely perfect. So here is the new green Gemma Stone, who's totally inspired by St. Patrick's Day. Ooh, so maybe she's like a lucky stone. Her name should be Sham-Rock. It really should be Gemma Rock. Well, she does rock, so this is super duper awesome. I hope you cookie fans enjoyed this video of making this little Gemma Stone jewel. Of course, she was inspired by the real Gemma Stone, and the same thing with this one right here, this red one that I made. If you happen to make your own Gemma Stone, please send me the picture or the video of it. I would absolutely love to see your own creations. Stay absolutely sparkly awesome today, cookie fans, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, cookies! Come on, let's go out and have some fun. Woo! Woo! right, Cookies, how well were you paying attention to the video? Do you remember what color did I paint this green Gemma Stone's eyes again? Was it yellow, gold, green, or purple? Put your answer below in the comments. Bye, Lucky Cookies!